Hello everyone, my name is Pratiksha. Today I will explain you the concept of virtualization. Let's start. So, virtualization is nothing but the process of creating the virtual versions of something such as computer, server, storage, device, or a network using the software to simulate the functionality of physical hardware. In the simpler word, as we can say, virtualization is using a software to create a virtual computers. We can say a virtual machines or VMs inside a real physical computer, meaning in your real physical computer or laptop. So each virtual machine or VM, it has itself operating system, apps, files, and the setting. Okay. So here is the concept of hypervisor. So hypervisor meaning it has a software that enables the virtualization and it manages the multiple VMs on a single physical machine, meaning your computer or we can say a hard laptop. So there are two type of hardware, type 1 that is bare metal and type 2 that is hosted. So in bare metal is the examples of bare metal is the VMware and type 2 which is nothing but the hosted. So we can say a virtual box or VMware workstation. So here is the diagram of so here is the two type of hypervisor. This is type 1 bare metal and type 2. So it has first hardware, then hypervisor, and we are installing the OS and after that apps application and anything. In the type 2 we have hardware, then hardware's operating system, then after that we have hypervisor, and upon hypervisor directly we have OS application itself. But so let's take an example like imagine we have a data center with hundreds of physical servers. Each servers are maintaining is expensive and require a lot of space and power. So virtualization concept arises here. So virtualization allows a company to run a multiple virtual machines for fewer physical servers. So the company can install type 1 hypervisor that is like VMware EXI on its physical server. So each physical server can now run some multiple virtual machines. Okay. So perhaps each running a different application like an email server, web server, and database servers, etc. The physical resources of each servers like the CPU, RAM, and the storage are shared between the VMs. And each VM still acts as it has own dedicated resource. So in between each VMs, so we have using a same CPU, RAM, and everything. But it acts like a special VM or we can say a separate machine for each individuals. The company can scale its operation by adding more virtual machines to the existing servers without needing a more physical hardware. So this is nothing but the data center location is nothing but the type 1 hypervisor. Another example for type 2, which is nothing but the hosted hypervisor. So like uh, running a multiple OS on a single computer. If we require some multiple operating system on a single US like OS, like we require a Linux Ubuntu on a Windows operating system. For that reason, we are using a type 2 that is nothing but hosted type of hypervisors. So if we have a even though we have a Windows machine, then also we can use a Linux box, a Ubuntu box. No need of separate physical Ubuntu machine or we can say a Linux machine. This is the type of type 2 hypervisor. So these are the key difference in hypervisors as we have discussed. Uh, Type 1 is on directly on hardware, but it runs on top of OS. It has a better performance. Type 2 has a slower performance than Type 1. Use case, as we discussed earlier, data centers, enterprise environment. Type 2 is nothing but personal computer development and environments. Examples VMware, Microsoft Hyper-V, Zen. And this is Oracle VirtualBox, parallel desktop, VMware workstations. Managed to the dedicated tools, managed to the host OS. So yeah, this is all about the virtualization. Thank you. Do like and subscribe.